For 3.5 years, Syria and its people have been torn apart. Almost 200,000 people dead, many of them civilians, and millions forced from their homes, fleeing the bombs, the gunfire, the reported atrocities. There has been little free and fair reporting of Syria's civil war, the risks to journalists enormous. So the release of an independent UN investigation into Syria's conflict presents one of the clearest pictures of what Syrians have endured. And it's not a pretty picture. Syrian government forces are accused of deliberately targeting civilians, systematically committing murder, rape and torture. In one example, the UN says forced truces were followed by mass disappearances and deaths in detention. But the Syrian government's primary adversary in its civil war, the Islamic State group, is found to be equally culpable, committing atrocities to generate widespread fear. The UN says public executions have been its signature technique, and with children often present.
In Syria, it's a total impunity because crimes are committed each day from all parties, and nobody is dealing with the criminal responsibility for that crime.
The report also highlights the plight of children across Syria, killed and injured at the hands of government forces and recruited by rebel groups for active roles in combat. And then there are the barrel bombs. The United Nations accuses the Syrian government of dropping barrel bombs using chemical agents in 8 separate incidents.
The international community has completely failed in one of our most elemental duties, to protect the civilians. We must remember that most victims of this war are innocent bystanders to the destruction of their homeland.
This is the UN's 8th report on the conflict in Syria, and it admits the previous 7 haven't stopped the atrocities. Investigators say they've drawn up confidential lists of suspects. They want their work to send a message to the perpetrators that they have been identified and that justice will be pursued. Miriam Nahond, Al Jazeera.